Sunflower State, the site of our class today, and it is poetic that today's game carries that moniker as the matchup between these two schools is better known as the Sunflower Showdown. A live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's the Kansas Jayhawks and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly rode down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
The Kansas State hire of Colin Klein is one of the best of the college football season. Klein obviously was a Heisman Trophy candidate, played for the Wildcats, and was mentored under their legendary coach. Now he's back running his own program after a successful stint at Texas A&M as the offensive coordinator. Colin Klein has all of the tools to possibly be a great coach at Kansas State. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Jayhawks offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two rivals got together, it was K-State who rocked and chalked and destroyed the Jayhawks, winning easily.
Yeah, and I think they've heard this, and they've heard people like Reese just introduce it and just make fun of them and hear about how bad it was a year ago from their in-state rivalry. They want to get bragging rights. This is a big deal for Kansas football. It's a big stage.
They lit them up on the scoreboard, and they said, you are a basketball school, and we are the football school in state. We're going to get an opportunity to make that point again here today.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here's a heat. Buying some time. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Off play action on first down. Got a man. It's Jackson. Oh, he got loose. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Wildcats, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. After the flag, it's 1st and 5 for the offense. Running inside, it's Jackson. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. Finding some room, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown! to set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll try the counter. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Edwards. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He would have loved to make the big return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and on the option. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Strong performance so far. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Kansas. He got a step. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, in recent years, Kansas's offense has been most dynamic and most dangerous when they've been able to run the football. That was certainly the case when Devin Neal was there. And so who's going to be that new guy, David? I know they went to the portal to bring some familiar faces, maybe some guys that a lot of Kansas fans may already know about based on who this team has had to play, but no question, they've got to run the ball.
I'm about to say know about and not like this in the past, right? Edwards was over at Kansas State. Now you switch to the Kansas uniform, and Rock Chalk Jayhawk is excited about him. Andy Koltanecki coming back to the Kansas staff. This is an offense that likes to run the football. They want to be physical. That's how they start on offense.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. And they're really frustrated having to... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed, and he takes it back for a long touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Under fire. Quarterback gets enough. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Jenkins. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Kansas will take a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Jackson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man, makes the grab. The Wildcats call their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. They'll stop him short of the first down. It brings up fourth, but the defense doesn't have any timeouts and can't stop the clock. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. To the air, it's Jenkins. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. The run inside. It's Jackson. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half.
Coaches all harp about staying